じゃあやっていこう。
Hi there. I envy you. You believe everything can be fixed as long as everyone has good intentions. Gotta believe in something, right? Otherwise, we'd all go crazy here. Yeah, but your radical friendliness is naive at best, and honestly pisses me off. Oh. Hey, what's all the fuss about the social room? Well, the TV broke. Right before we were supposed to watch the race. Are we really asking too much? Why don't you do something else? The whole point of that room is to spend time in good company, after all. Speak for yourself. I really wanted to watch it.
あら。必要なのは428ね。有機物からなんだけど、空になることあるんだ。いや、今度からちゃんと考えないと。死ぬ。
Jan?
Hi, Lena.
It's good to hear you. I was a bit out of line last time we spoke. It was harsh in your situation. Is everything okay?
I think I am going to need you.
Oh, okay.
Remember when I told you I was building a bridge?
Right. That sounded very unsettling.
And I need to get my hands on a lot of superconductive polymers in a very short time. Truth is, I don't know shit about what I'm doing, and I thought, well, since this is kind of your thing, maybe you'd have some idea how to speed it up?
Superconductive polymers. Right. Have you thought of... I mean, since you brought this to me, I suppose you have access to organic matter of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay. How about a place you can grow plants in? Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, I have a greenhouse.
Great. Well, good news is there is a way to get your polymers by processing organics. I can send you detailed instructions, but honestly, I'm worried that gathering resources and operating a greenhouse might be a little too much for one person.
Yeah. Well, I know, but why don't I give it a try?
Uh-huh. Sure. It's just... I could have helped you so much earlier, and you'd have more time. It's really starting to bug me how mining ops are not going by the book about this. It's outrageous. I think I have to say something.
Sure. Give him hell.
Well, I'm gonna have to deploy some level of diplomacy. But still, I'm glad you reached out, Jan. Talk later, okay? Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Is it me, or does it sound a bit artificial?
hold on.
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
I feel good about today.
エンジニアって結構機嫌悪くなりすぎ。あ、マジ。
Here we go. How?
雑魚やな。どんどんくそう。
Hell yeah. Go. Kidding me?
Shh.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
どこだっけ。 器物取れるよ。そういうことね。
Hey, what's going on? What are you arguing about?
We got together to celebrate our progress, but it looks like we've reached the limits of a constructive discussion regarding our different views
We can't agree on the playlist.
なんかすげえ
I say nothing beats good old rock and roll, but it seems our tastes got pretty rotten in some branches. Please, why can't we at least take it easy with the music? Chill out, calm our nerves. If you ask me, we should get us some turntables, launch a proper set, turn this place into a club.
You might not have noticed, but I was trying to make a point. If you really have to listen to music now, pick something we can focus to and think about the challenges ahead. Ever heard of a surgeon celebrating while the patient is still on the operating table?
Yada, yada, yada. I bet your taste in music is just about as fresh as that patient.
That's because your narrow mind will never grasp the beauty, of AI-fueled synth jazz. Okay, guys, let's not kill ourselves over a stupid party playlist, please.
You never said what you'd want to hear. Let's turn up those guitars. Now you're talking.
Unbelievable. Look, there's definitely one thing we have in common. We are very emotional about a party playlist.
Of course we are. Yeah, I just realized something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we all start out playing with Frickle Pickle?
Oh my word. Just as I was fighting so hard to get that memory out of my mind, the
Connection.
very mention of that ludicrous name makes me want to die of humiliation.
Come on, it was a high school rock band. It had to be cringy to be authentic.
I actually have fond memories. Blisters on my fingers from strumming those strings all night.
Hey, remember that gig we had in a shed and the electricity died and we ended up moving to a total stranger's house for an epic after party?
And thank goodness that joke of a band broke up when everyone went away to college.
Speak for yourself. I got together with the guys several years later and we jammed on the weekends. And to think it all started with Uncle Martin's guitar.
He wasn't exactly a perfect teacher, unless you wanted to learn how to chug a bottle of beer in under 5 seconds.
That's because he was a musician, not a babysitter. Remember the first thing he made us play? Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain, washed the fucker out.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
I wonder if we'd even remember how to play that simple tune. I haven't touched a guitar in ages.
I went back to fiddling with the instrument a little bit when we moved to Planet. Nothing serious, though.
Tinkering with synth loops was more my thing.
Luckily, we're not here to perform music.
You know what? You're right. We should definitely do it. You really are a genius. I bet we could write a song Uncle Martin would dig. All we need is a guitar.
ギター
Up
作
to
る
it?
ギター作るのちょっと
Man, I'm telling you, we need it.
ギターだけ
And I'm telling you this is the least important.
Hello?
Jan, this is Maxwell. I have to say, I am disappointed.
What about?
Your wife, Lena Berg? I thought you were supposed to keep her out of this.
I'm sorry, man, but I have no control over her. She puts her oar into everything, you know?
Jan, this is no laughing matter. Your wife just accused me of negligence before the board. You do realize I am going to face a lot of scrutiny now. We are going to face it. Luckily for you, her ignorant meddling didn't delay the dispatching of your rescue mission.
I'm sorry, okay? I thought I was doing the right thing. Won't happen again.
Let's hope so. Look, I know you're going through a lot, and emotional support from someone close is... well, it's priceless. But you shouldn't let emotions take over when you're under pressure. Tell me about your cargo. Is it safe?
My altars? They're doing fine.
I was asking about Rapidium.
Oh. It's safe.
It's interesting they were the first thing that came to your mind. Very telling. Have you created many?
Why so curious?
You think it's none of my business? It will be, sooner or later. You know, I did try to test the waters a little back home about the possible fate of your potential crew. And before your wife barged in with her self-righteous attitude and sabotaged all my subtle advances.
You mean you still haven't told anyone?
It's too early, Jan.
Why?
There's one thing you need to understand about those people. No one makes it to the board of a corporation for being nice. It's an award you get for putting the interests of stakeholders before anything else. Which boils down to being a passive opportunist with no moral center.
And whose interest are you protecting? What are you hiding, Maxwell?
You got me there, Jan. I am hiding something quite embarrassing. An idealistic dream.
What about?
Remember when I told you about our lives being governed by chaos?
And how we struggle to find a meaningful pattern in it.
You are experiencing it clearly now, aren't you? Well, ever since I learned about your discovery, I keep thinking about Rapidium as the opportunity for us to stop being slaves to chaos. That is why, contrary to the members of the board, I will sacrifice everything to protect your mission.
I'm not really sure I want sacrifice. It usually comes with a promissory note.
Then why did you run to your ex-wife for support? You prefer to rely on someone who has no idea about your situation?
Maybe. Why should I trust you? I don't know much about you.
Fair point. Maybe you're right. I should have been more open with you.
About what?
You see, the career in management wasn't always what I had in mind for myself. I used to be a geneticist, preoccupied by scientific work, exciting, promising experiments.
So, the old research Lucas dug up.
Yes, it was mine.
You're responsible for all this. The mine records, the branching.
It's never just one person, Jan. But yes, I was in charge of that project.
Who commissioned these experiments?
I can't say any more, Jan. Especially when the board is all over me with their questions. For the very same reasons I had to discontinue my work. And this is where it gets tricky. Because if anyone from the board finds out what we've done together, they could get the wrong idea. If you know what I mean.
That you're experimenting again?
That I'm using the situation to turn things around for myself.
Aren't you?
That's quite a harsh accusation, considering the mess I've got you out of, Jan Dolsky.
Okay. I get it.
I'm not sure you do. You see, things may get harder for you soon.
Harder? How?
Well, there might come a moment when the interest of your alters, at least some of them, will differ significantly from yours.
Are you trying to scare me?
I just want you to prepare.
For what?
Tough decisions.
That's very cryptic.
Well, it's the best I can do. Remember, we're
생각.
both in uncharted territory. On establishing the most convenient rendezvous point, he'll dispatch the coordinates to you as soon as he's found a good location.
Good. I'll be waiting.
In the meantime, wish me luck with the mess down here. I'll get back to you when the storm dies down.
Okay, I've got us a guitar. Now, what do we want to play? How about something from our old repertoire? We had a few hits up our sleeves.
For crying out loud, can't you just let it go? Do you really want to sing something a 16-year-old version of yourself wrote?
True. That could be a bit awkward. But we had some sick tunes. How about this? We could use one of our old tunes, but come up with new lyrics. Something fresh and relatable to, well, our audience.
And by audience, you mean?
Us, obviously. Let's write about us. What do you think, Jan?
I like it.
Let's get down to it. That's the spirit.
And what exactly would you write about?
Like I said, something relatable. We should write about us, our crew. What unites us, what divides us.
I would add something about the love that we share. All good songs are about love.
Right. We could have a few verses about things we lost along the way. Sounds like a plan. I'll take the first verse. You, Brainiac?
What about me?
You didn't think you'd get away with it, did you?
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
Nope. We're in this together.
Fine. Give me the shortest part.
And what'll you sing about?
Quantum mechanics? What else? Let's add some meaning to this pointless activity.
Okay, then. Jan, your turn. You take the second verse. What are you gonna sing about? I could sing about all the things we've been through. Well, that could work. You could start with something like, on the path I left behind.
How about I've been roaming with no guiding light?
Yeah, but I'm no longer left all by myself. Together, we can win this fight. All right, looks like we've got it.
Let's just get this over with.
Come on, even you can take the stick out of your ass once in a while. Okay, here goes. Growing up apart, we shared surprisingly common ground, feeling nothing more than regret. Till the coin got flipped around.
Things never said in quantum state now won't remain unspoken. The clock is unwound, the choice is unsound, could now reopen. What if I gotta spend a day with you again? Of all the things that I regret, it's losing you that truly hurts. If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today. On the path I left behind,
this fight. And though it seems now anything could be undone, would you be really missing things if they were never truly gone? If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today. Oh, if I could take us somewhere now, let us win this race against the sun and find a place where we could hide tonight.
단서 사이언티스트もちゃんと楽しめてそう。おお、どこ見てんだい。
Did we stop again? Are we there already? The base seems to be a bit wobbly. Are you sure we're not moving?
More like alcohol intoxication has wreaked havoc on your vestibular system.
My what? We're not moving.
Something has to be blocking our way again. Navigation readings are curious.
Curious. In what way?
I don't know exactly, but something's distorting them.
Okay. Nothing cures a hangover like taking a walk. Go and check.
歪みがある前に。
What the hell is that? Another kind of anomaly? Sure distorting gravity around here. We need to think of a way to deal with it if we want to push on. Having a nice day? Hey, feeling all right? Honestly, been better. Yeah. I need to replenish my electrolytes. Would be easier if we had any isotonics left in the storage room. Someone must have got to them first.
Don't you miss your previous life? What's there to miss? That life doesn't exist. What are you trying to say? That I'm pining for an imagined wife? Yes, you are. It would be much better if you focused on work instead.
Hey, you feeling all right? What? Oh, I don't remember anything from last night, except for waking up in the technician's bed, which I'd rather forget. I never thought I'd need to say it, but wow, having a bed is awesome, right? I was one night of sleeping on the floor away from blowing this whole thing up. Huh. Now I'm even happier. Hey, you feeling all right? Yep, yeah. Just a little dizzy after last night. I don't think I ate enough fatty foods. Not that we have any in here. Could have made more pierogi. Hey, you feeling all right?
I think my metabolism of glucose might have been affected. I'm finding it hard to concentrate. That's exactly what I feared.
This party was premature. Hey, I took a closer look at our obstacle. It looks like something is distorting the gravity field around here. Good thing our base stopped, or we'd just be floating around in the air like those rocks.
Amazing. The sheer scale of it. I wonder if it's related to the interval.
Yeah, this planet, so full of mysteries. It's almost a shame we need to get out of here in a hurry.
I can take the pressure. Don't worry. But we can't expect to deal with a problem if we don't understand it properly.
How do you suggest we go about it?
We'll need to start by collecting more data about the field distortion characteristics. The base should have blueprints for a device called a gravity sensor. Once you craft it, it needs to be placed somewhere high to cover as much ground as possible. We're in a canyon, right? So maybe a ledge somewhere high up would be good. I'll mark potential spots on your map.
Okay, I'm on it.
これを作るんだね。まあ何個必要か知らんけど、一旦外に出てみないとっていうところだね。先に探すか。強化ピッケル。強化ピッケルなかったっけ。
Having a nice day?
採掘ポストが作れたじゃん。
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
What is this? A new anomaly? anomaly. I haven't seen them behave like this.
Got a minute? We need to talk. Look at that smile. You dreamt about Lena again?
Even better. I got an old picture of her.
Oh, really? Huh. I'm happy for you.
Hi.
Hey, what's the matter? I was wondering, is it just me, or do you have it too? Have what? A splitting headache that won't go away no matter what I do. And a bad stomach too. Ever since that damn party. That's worrying. A regular hangover should have gone away by now. Yeah. Got me thinking. Maybe the booze was spoiled? We never checked its expiry date. Could have mold in it or some bacteria. Okay, man. Just take it easy for now and don't forget to hydrate properly. Yeah. Don't worry. I won't be slowing you down. Even Molly's not there for me when I need her. Look at her. Sulking in her little space. I hope none of those idiots plied her with that rotten stuff.
You're never gonna believe what I found. Let me guess. A time-distorting anomaly?
What? How did you know?
Well, considering the presence of this huge gravitational anomaly in this area and Frankov's calculations, I expected you to stumble upon one sooner or later. As you know, differences in gravitational potentials create the effect of time dilation. So, I just connected the dots. You could have done it as well, had you taken the time to stop and think.
Ever heard of smartest in the room syndrome?
No need to get upset, Jan. Just tell me more about the distortion.
Well, when I got inside this thing, it just, slowed me down while...
All around you, time seemed to speed up?
Yeah.
What a discovery, Jan. This is just getting more and more fascinating.
Well, it's pretty hard to get rid of. The closer I get to its core, the more time I lose on the outside.
Yes, but you're also approaching the center of its gravity, which means that the core should slow down and be an easier target.
Huh. Interesting. I'll think about that. Thanks. I discovered something new. An anomaly that seemed to be pulsating.
Pulsating, as in shrinking and expanding.
Yeah, and it seemed to have two cores inside.
Very interesting. Thank you for bringing this observation to me. I suppose destroying it will be easier if you time your movement accordingly to the pattern in which it pulsates?
Huh. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
感じか。
There was something wrong with her. I saw it. And I didn't do anything. Wait, what the hell happened to her? What does it look like? She's gone. Molly's gone.
じゃあみんな寿命そんなにないってこと？やだやだ。
What? But why? I mean, no, that's not possible. There was never any problem with her.
I came to see her like I did every day, and she was just lying motionless, cold and stiff. That's just unthinkable. Such an innocent little being.
Yeah, poor thing. Never got to see a real meadow in her short life. At least her life had meaning. She will be remembered as the first living organism ever to be created with the use of rubidium.
She was our loyal companion on this journey. Let's at least honor her with a moment's silence. Here, here.
Should I remind you that we are in the kitchen, the place where food is prepared? The longer Molly is lying around in here, the higher the risk of contamination. He called her by her name. And he does have a point. Let's just decide what to do quickly and get back to work. This is taking too much time. Molly's been a part of this mission before any of us arrived. In a way, she paved the way for us. I say we bury her with honors.
You know what's the best thing about sheep? They're humble and simple. I don't think Molly would want us to make a fuss over her.
Still, we are talking about corporate property here. I say we put her in the freezer and take her back to Earth. Ally Corp scientists might be interested in her. But it's your call, Jan. You're the captain. What do you think?
Let's bury her with honors on this godforsaken planet. No. We can't do that.
What? Why not?
Don't you all remember what they said at training? If any member of the crew dies for an unknown reason, it is the duty of the scientist on board to carry out a post-mortem without delay.
Member of the crew?
She was a live being, and her cause of death is unknown. We should find out what really happened. We owe it to her, and to ourselves. And it's a mandatory procedure. Let's do it. Let's perform an autopsy and see what we can find out.
All right. I won't argue with procedures.
there's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
All done. Should I take care of this now? Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? I'd like to draw your attention to something.
Hey, are you done with the post-mortem? Did you find Molly's cause of death? Yes and no. Don't you just love science? I know the direct cause of death, and it wasn't food poisoning. No? No, it was a severe brain hemorrhage. What? Why? That's the tricky part. Her brain looked changed. Part of it was covered with a strange, transparent film, like mutated tissue of some sort. Are you talking about a brain tumor? I don't know, Jan. I'm not a neurosurgeon, and I'm certainly not a veterinarian. A basic autopsy on a human being is all I'm trained to do. I ran a sample through our standard lab tests, and it doesn't fit any known results. So all I can tell you is this isn't any condition I could put a name on. This is not a satisfactory conclusion. We need to know more. I agree. We do know it wasn't the food nor bad air conditioning. However, there could be other external factors at play. This planet, the interim. Who knows if the proximity plane doesn't interact with our reality in some ways we don't yet understand? We have no idea about the microbiome here, bacteria, maybe even viruses. Viruses? What are you saying? We should all get tested, just to be on the safe side. So, the technician was right when he urged us to examine the sheep. And we were right to listen to him. Now let's follow through. Okay. How do you want to proceed? MRI scanning. A simple procedure that will give us the first crucial answer. Is anything affecting our brains too? All I need from you is a simple upgrade of our infirmary. Think you can handle that? Okay. I'll take care of it right away. Excellent. We'll start the checkups immediately after it's ready.
鉱物が足りない。めっちゃ鉱物が足りない。
Done. Should I take care of this now? this now?
I'm done here. Should I do this now? There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Young Doctor.
like I'm done. Should I go there next? What's up? What a week, huh?
Hey there. Time to wake up. Don't be freaked out, okay? Everything's fine. Yeah, of course. Right. So, where do you think you are? Well, looks like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And not. Well, it's a mining mission. remember signing up for that? Getting on board the ship? Going into cryosleep? Yes, I do. But why do I feel as if I'm looking in a distorted mirror? Are you? Me? Is this some kind of metaphysical experience? In a way, you could say that. But before we get into it, I need to ask you some routine questions. You know who you are? Sound question. A lifetime isn't enough to find the answer. Look, it's not a test. Stating your name and role on this mission will be enough. Okay. In that case, my name is Jan Dolsky, and I volunteered to join the crew as a physician. I passed all the tests. They told me my resume was adequate. So, what went wrong? I'll be honest with you, a lot of things went wrong. This will sound disturbing, but my name is Jan Dolsky, too. I'm the one who went on this mission, but things got complicated and I needed help. So, I decided to create alternative versions of myself with different memories of their lives, different skills, and you're one of them. What? Wait, does that mean, yeah, you're my alter. But my life, I was supposed to... I wanted to make amends. And you can still do that, believe me. Plenty of good deeds to be done here. You don't understand. I need to fix things. Everything's connected. My scars, the blisters on my hands. Wow. They're so... impeccable. And my tattoo. It's gone. What happened to me? Who am I? Calm down, please. I know this is a lot to process, but it might help you to know that you're not the first to be going through this. Talking to the others might help you understand it all better. Take your time. Try to settle in gradually. Read the mission logs. Mission logs? I'm not dead, right? This isn't it. Death is something we're trying to avoid. That's why you're here. Okay. The absurd man says yes, and his efforts will henceforth be unceasing. Come again? Oh, just, a quote that came to me from, never mind. Just get some rest. What? Huh. I always thought of a person.
I know. I thought so too. Then we adopted Hector.
It's a shame you don't have a picture of him.
時間だし。
stuff you need to take on exploration. Batteries, drills, detectors, and all that preparation
Greenhouse
must feel
makes
like a
me
second
think
job.
of Mom.
She dreamt of a garden.
Really? Huh. She never mentioned it.
It was after I kicked Dad out of the house.
Oh.
Hey, Yod. Got a minute for me?
Hey, you wanted to talk?
Yeah. I wanted to thank you for getting me that exercise equipment again. You have no idea how it helped me to stay sane in here. But I was thinking, what if we built something everyone could benefit from?
Yeah. I was hoping to upgrade the social room so we could entertain ourselves more.
That's also a good idea, but I was gonna suggest something a little different, better. A whole new module where we could work out. Spend our free time in a healthy way, instead of playing beer pong or watching TV.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying no.
But you're not saying yes?
I guess I'm saying maybe then.
You know me, glass half full. I can work very well with a maybe. Thanks.
지문에 대결 나가이 노크마스これだったっけかここ
All done here. Can I help with this now? Hey, I'd like a word with you. I do this now?
Unbelievable. My whole research is gone due to someone's incompetence.
Hey, what happened in the research lab?
What happened? What happened? My whole research is gone because of a preposterous hardware malfunction.
Bummer. Can you, replicate it, maybe?
Of course I can. Problem is, it takes time, and I don't think we can afford to lose so much of it.
I wonder what's the source of organic matter on this planet.
Huh. That's an interesting question. I wonder if some primitive life forms used to inhabit the planet.
What if they still do, huh? Unkillable, radioactive, fireproof life forms.
I was much happier before this conversation took place. Hi.
There was something you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. This journey. It's taking longer than I thought. Gives me more time to think. Practice all those theoretical scenarios in my head again.
What scenarios are we talking about exactly?
The way it's gonna play out? When I finally appear on Lena's doorstep? Will I catch her after her morning run, or does she not do that anymore? And where does she even live? But most of all, will she be happy to see me? Or will it scare the shit out of her?
What exactly makes you so sure you'll get to do that at all?
Of course, I'm not sure, but I believe it. Against all odds, consider me a fool. Just tell me at least if she still watches that stupid comedy show. You know, the one about
a bunch of eggheads trying to make a video game that sells.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. She'd eat a packet of roasted peanuts and laugh her ass off.
Right.
And then it was, honey, I'm out of peanuts. You're not going to the store by any chance?
Oh man, exactly. I loved that.
I hated that.
Huh. You're gonna think this is funny, but I'm experiencing this strange feeling when we talk about our common memories with her. Like an annoying itch that I can't scratch. I think I might be jealous.
Jealous? Of whom? Me?
No, not who. More like jealous of what? All those things I shared with her, intimate moments, I thought they were just between me and her. Now, I have to live with the fact that you had them too.
So? Even if I did, does it reduce the value of what you shared with her?
Maybe not objectively, but it's hard to be cool about it. All those thoughts, such as, did she feel the same way with him or was it different for her? It's like with being cheated on. Sometimes it can be easier to accept it when it's just physical, but it can be much more painful when it actually involves feelings. And someone else suddenly enters a space that was supposed to only belong to the two of you. The conversations you had, that restaurant you liked together, the music you shared.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. There was a time when I thought Lena was cheating on me.
What?
Things were already beyond repair for us. I think I just needed to blame someone else for it. Find an easy explanation as to why she was so distant from me.
Was it true?
No. I can see now how childish it was of me.
And I know it's not very mature to be feeling what I'm feeling now. But that's just jealousy for you. It's not rational in any way. Still, you just can't help it. And all it does is make your mind go crazy.
Still, love wouldn't be what it is without it.
You think? I know some people say there's nothing like a little jealousy to keep the fire burning. But it also lets in something toxic. Suspicion. Possessiveness. All those things love should go without.
What do you think?
I really can't say. Maybe it's because love has so many faces. Who can say if a passionate affair is better than steady family love?
Maybe they can coexist.
Maybe. You know what? I shouldn't have touched on this subject in the first place.
What? Why not?
It's opening up too many wounds. I guess I just miss her. Simple as that. I hope she calls again soon. Anyway, thanks for stopping by.
Anytime. Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Huh. My old watch. The award we got for civil bravery. It was nice that someone appreciated our sacrifice. Civil bravery? Wait. That boy at the contest. Yeah. That's when I realized how good it feels to help somebody. Thank you.
like to be alone, please. I can see you've been down. Anything I can do to make you feel better? I assume teleporting me to my old life isn't an option. Yeah, sorry. Anything but that. Well, it was spending time with Lena that always made me happy. Our evenings together, planning the future for us, for our family. I'm sure you were a great husband. When it comes to the future, remember that song? It's still unwritten. Don't give up on it just yet. Thanks. I needed to hear that. What if she died because of something we did? It was just a sheep. The sooner we get over it, the better. How can you be so insensitive? I can see that you're angry. Observant as usual. What normally helps you calm down? Normally, huh? There's a grove near my lab. When I need to blow off some steam, I go for a walk. Stretching your legs is a good way to boost efficiency. I wonder if walking around the base would do the trick for you. It just might. Good to see you look at it this way. Cooking? Nah, slaving over pots and pans, not really my thing. I find it meditative. And watching others enjoy my food, well, it flatters me. I can see you're uncomfortable, anxious. I've had my share of stress lately. How can I help? What do you usually do when things overwhelm you? Well, I like to look for hope. In medical articles, for example, I look through reports about new medications or vaccines. Every time someone comes up with a cure for an obscure illness, I feel happier. Here's the medicine. And the fact that we're not dying from things like scurvy right now. About that, you are remembering to take your vitamins, right?
Yes, メンタルケア終わった。じゃあなんか100ね。
with this now? done here. Should I help with this now? We're running out of storage space, you know? Another movie. Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff.
Okay, just lie still and think of something engaging. When will you have the results? Not before I finish scanning everybody. You're the first one, so after we finish, you can go to bed and come back in the morning. I should know more by then. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I hope everything will turn out just fine.
I hate waiting. I treated this body well. It won't betray me.
さて結果は
So, you have our results? Yes. It was a long night, but everyone got scanned. I've just finished running the results through our medical software. And, well, there's no easy way to put it. It's there. Mutated tissue. It's growing in our brains. What? You mean we all have it? No. Not all. Almost everyone is affected, but there's one exception. You, Jan. You're the only one that's clean. Holy shit. Yeah. You know what that means? That it's the cause of Rapidium? Oh, I wouldn't go so far. You were the only one who wasn't created with it, true. But there were so many other factors. The speed with which our brain tissue was forced to grow, external circumstances, like radiation, that could have disrupted the process somehow. There are two things we know for sure. One, creating any other altar will most probably result in the same condition. And two, if we don't find a cure, we will all die, just like the sheep. The whole crew, except for you. It's a matter of days. Look, man. I know you're not the emotional type, but is this the moment you want to talk about how you feel? I appreciate what you're trying to do here. Stop and think about it for a moment before we move on to try and find a solution. But what do you want me to say? If you look at it from a certain angle, death is a logical outcome of events. I suppose not knowing exactly what caused it bothers me more than not being immortal. The only thing I'm really scared of is the possibility that this mission will fail because I won't be around. So, how do we find a cure? Well, I don't know. Try as I might, this is where my expertise ends. Okay, don't worry. We'll think of something, right? We always do. I don't know, Jan. Maybe the people who told you to branch yourself will be able to help us. Maybe. I am still waiting on a call from Lucas about the coordinates. It's worrying he hasn't got in touch yet. Well, let's hope he does. In the meantime, the best we can do is focus on getting rid of that gravity distortion. Even if we can't make it to the end of the mission, at least we can clear the path for you. Okay, Matt. Thanks. Hey, man. I can see you're bummed out.
Yeah? Well, not many reasons to be happy lately.
What would you do at home if you needed some cheering up?
I'd probably watch a lighthearted comedy.
You deserve a good laugh. Life hasn't been easy lately.
No, it hasn't. Thanks for noticing.
Hey, how are you holding up?
What do you think? You heard the news, didn't you? We're going to die.
Don't worry, okay? I won't let that happen.
Good, Jan. Do something. Because I don't want to go. I'm not ready. Not yet.
That's ridiculously amusing.
You better watch your mouth, asshole.
Hey, man. How are you taking it? First Molly dying, and now your condition. It must be hard for you. How am I taking it? Well, I've been thinking. If Molly was the first one you created, and I was the second one, does that mean I'm next in line? Maybe.
All it means to me is yet another reason to hurry up and get you all cured.
Unless this planet has other surprises up its sleeve. I mean, the way Molly went. Just when we were celebrating. Who could have expected that? The irony is, I liked being around that creature. It kinda consoled me.
Yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one who missed the poor beast.
Did she remind you of Mom's dreams, too?
Yeah. She always wanted to move to the country and settle down on a farm.
She wanted to raise sheep, remember? Only came back to me after Molly went.
Yeah. True, I'd forgotten about that. Dad never took those dreams seriously. And neither did we.
That's an understatement. We absolutely hated them. For annoying love of nature. Every weekend she'd go, Jan, why don't we go for a walk? See how the park has changed since last week. Looking back, I wish I'd said yes more often. Yeah. Our idea of a perfect day was to stay in our room all day and play games. Luckily, she let it go eventually. Oh, no. Now, she gave up on us, but she never let go of her sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What do you mean?
In the park? The bench? Yeah. She couldn't have a house in the country, so she found herself a hideout in the city. Her favorite bench. She revealed her little secret to me years later. You're telling me she never took you there?
No.
No. Right. I guess that's because it was after Dad moved out. You were gone by that time.
You should take me there one day. When we get back. I'd love to see it.
Don't do that. I'm not a kid. I know I'm never coming back. All I can do is imagine I'm sitting there looking at freaking trees with her again. This place here makes you forget what trees even look like. And after she passed, I went to sit on that bench on my own. Every time I was down, I went there. It comforted me. I guess I could really use a place like that now.
What was that about?
Just another valuable discussion with our most charming alter, who wanted life and feels sorry for us pathetic losers.
Details, please.
Do I really need to go through that again? That asshole attacked me for using Mom as an excuse for not pursuing my ambitions. Seems to me he's the one looking for excuses.
You're more alike than you think.
Yeah, dude, I know. We share a face.
It's more than that. You're both proud and stubborn. You feel like you have something to prove to each other, but you don't. Not with those sharp minds and
Tongues?
yeah. Listen, I'm not saying you'll be friends, but you could try to find common ground.
Fine. Maybe we'll bond over analyzing your shortcomings.
I heard something broke in the dormitory and you're not feeling well.
Yeah, man. There are simpler ways to kill a man quietly, you know.
What do you mean?
The AC started spitting smoke. You could have fixed it earlier.
Oh, what a piece of junk. Ally Corp sure skimped on the equipment.
What did you expect? Of course they skimped on everything they could.
What were you arguing about? Nothing. He's just oversensitive and can't handle a little bit of constructive feedback. Tell me more, please. What's there to tell? He cowers behind the mask of a hero who sacrificed his chance to get a proper education to stay with his mother, and he tries to judge me for doing the opposite. I don't think he's cowering behind anything. I think he's just as proud and judgmental as you. Pride without ambition is just arrogance. We're nothing alike. Are you sure? He gets shit done just like you, and he's a pain in the ass, also like you. Fair is fair. Maybe I underestimated him. See? Now go hug or something. Don't be ridiculous. Best I can do is give him the benefit of the doubt.
Looks like a good spot to use the gravity sensor.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there? Come and find me when you have a moment. Should I move there?
you settling in? You joined us at a difficult moment. Believe me, before I got here, I've seen some of the most unfriendly places to live on our home planet. Not much can put me off. Want to know what really impresses me? The variety of walks of life in this base, all belonging to one man. It's amazing how different we are. Yeah. Guess I got used to it by now. I don't think I ever will. I noticed something else, too. The others. They have a lot of common memories, many things that they can relate to, but me? I seem to be different. More different, I mean. I think it must be because I branched away at some much earlier point in time. I know the exact moment. Fight on the street on our way home from school. Some thugs robbing a teenager. So, that was it. Yeah. You went after them. I didn't. Wow. I acted on an impulse. You really think that such a small thing could have changed my life so completely? It was an act of courage. That's not a small thing. Courage. Huh. I don't think so. More like thoughtlessness. I never thought about what I'd do if I caught up with them. Fight them. Luckily for me, I never did. But I guess without it, I'd have never seen an alternative to living with Mom and Dad. I'd never meet Edgar. Edgar, a retired doctor, my mentor. He worked down the streets of the slum district I ventured to, distributing food and medicine to the needy. Took me under his roof and taught me that however much you do for others, there's always room for you to become a better person. You just have to see it. Sounds like a wise man. No wonder you preferred hanging around with him than with Pops. It's not that simple, but yeah. He gave me a sense of direction. Living for others. Freeing yourself from material needs and desires. Free from desires? Does that mean you're some sort of monk? No, Jan. Far from it. In fact, I was just going to approach you about something very human. Go on. Well, you see, I look around and I see amazing people. Us, a unique group of extraordinary individuals. But what are we mostly preoccupied with? Efficiency. Scurrying and hurrying to get things done. Prosaic tasks. Repetitive activities. Even if we entertain ourselves, it's for a purpose. We never pause because we're so afraid to die. But eventually, we will die anyway, right? Of course. But it does make a difference if we die now or later. Who knows? Maybe it makes more of a difference if we die happy or not. The only thing certain is the present moment, Jan. And I know one thing. We're not cherishing it enough. How can we cherish it? We can stop for a second and enjoy something special together. Let me prepare a feast for our group to feed not just the body, but the soul. Make everyone feel that even if their material life has to end, their existence will be timeless. A feast to celebrate our mortality on, let go of our fear. What do you say? Okay. Then what would you need to prepare such a feast? Don't worry, not much. I'm used to running a mass kitchen with only the basic ingredients. But I like to experiment with some recipes first. So I guess I'd like to ask you for some time and a decent amount of fresh greenhouse produce. Why don't you start at once? We have enough supplies for your needs. Thank you, Jan. You won't regret it. Hey, how are you holding up? It's, all very confusing. Things are happening so quickly. I've just woken up to this strange reality, and now... death. I thought I was prepared for it when I applied for this mission, but it doesn't make any sense.
So, did you get any interesting readings from the gravity sensor? Yes, fascinating stuff. The gravity field distortion forms a remarkable pattern. It's not like any of the other distortions we've encountered. Do you think it's connected to the integral? Looks like everything's connected here. I told you that gravity distortions have been observed on previous missions, but the scale of this one, it's unprecedented. And it's making me wonder.
About what?
You see, logically, objects on the proximity plane shouldn't have a mass in our reality. So how could they have such a strong impact on our gravity? It could lead to some extremely revolutionary hypotheses. It's so annoying that I can't devote more time to this problem.
So, how do we proceed?
Well, it looks like we have no other way but to destroy this extraordinary phenomenon. Are you serious? How am I supposed to use the illuminator on that? No, the illuminator won't help us here. We'll need to create a counterforce that will neutralize the gravity field. It will have to be very powerful and extremely precise. I'll need some time to make the calculations. One mistake, and this whole thing can go dangerously wrong.
I can't even imagine you making a mistake.
Yes, well, you've clearly forgotten our exam in algebraic topology. I have, yeah? Yeah, we lost a whole 10 points just because of one stupid miscalculation. It haunts me to this day. Still, nice to have your trust. Just give me the time to study this case properly, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hey, how are you holding up?
I'm doing my best, thanks. Just trying to come to terms with it. I mean, dying? Seems so surreal, you know?
I can't believe it's true either.
There has to be a way to prevent it. And I know we'll find it.
Yeah. Let's not lose hope.
Lucas, what took you so long?
Man, finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
We've encountered another obstacle. But it's not my worst problem.
Why? What's going on out there?
My alters. They're suffering from a mysterious disease.
What do you mean?
Some strange brain mutation. Molly. The sheep I had to create to test Rapidium had it too. She died without warning.
Shit, Jan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
Is that disappointment I'm hearing?
No, I'm relieved you're okay, I really am. It's just... this makes things so much more complicated. We thought we found the perfect solution. I guess nothing's perfect. Still, we can't give up, Jan. Not yet. Maybe there's a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy. Send them over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
Maxwell, are you sure I can trust him? Last time I spoke to him, turned out he's in some kind of conflict with the corporation. What's this guy's agenda, really?
Well, looks like he trusts you since he told you all about it. Look, don't worry. It's not really a conflict, it's just... Well, it was very unfair how they treated him. Shut down his lab, basically killed his scientific career. He was like a fish taken out of water, you know? And now seeing what you've done, he must have felt so excited, like it wasn't all for nothing. And he's jumping into a river again.
His research must have been interesting. I mean, the corporation decided to shut it down. That says a lot.
Yeah, you're right. What can I say? Not many people were ready for it. Altering mind records. I mean, we were on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science. But the practical implications, they could change so much more. And we were just a step away from getting it right.
We?
Yeah. I worked with him on Project Ela. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
So, if Project Ela was so great, why was it killed?
Officially? Some corporate budget-cutting bullshit. But if you ask me, once the board realized what he was doing, they got scared. What they had in mind for our lab was a contract with the Army that could go on for years and guarantee state funding. They wanted to fix people so they could send them back into action. We wanted to cure them.
That project, Ela, what was it about?
Helping people. Patients affected by PTSD, war veterans mostly. Everyone else wrote them off. Except for Maxwell. He never gave a shit about what other people thought. He came up with new quantum-based technology to ease the pain of their trauma. Altering memories. Painful memories.
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you. I'll talk to him at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
Now, you said something about an obstacle blocking your way? How serious is that?
To be honest, I don't know. I haven't investigated it properly yet. All I know is that it's some kind of a gravity field distortion.
Gravity distortion? Shit. Well, that would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. This is not good news, Jan. I'd advise you to use a gravity sensor to collect as much data as soon as possible. Neutralizing this thing might take some time and resources.
Yeah, I'll jump right on it.
Hang in there, Jan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks, Lucas.
L7 out.
Lucas?
Jan? Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm calling with some good news. I managed to build another Rapidium arc.
Wow! Really? That's awesome. I know it might seem boring to you, but I really believe Rapidium can change things. You know? It wasn't always like this. I used to think it was all a big scam, an easy way for corporations to patch their post-crisis budgets with public money.
You need to have more faith in people, Lucas.
I do now. Thanks to you. I started believing again that things can change. Look, I never tell this to anybody, but you should know that back home, my older brother is doing time.
In prison? Seriously?
Yeah. You know how they always catch the little fish? My brother was a good kid, but he was unlucky. Our parents couldn't afford a higher education for us. He had to work, support the family. And where I come from, well, not too many options who you can work for, if you know what I mean. I was lucky. I met Maxwell. He paid my tuition fees.
That really is sad for your brother, but I believe that there's no such thing as no choice.
Of course. He could have let his kids starve. My family used to live off the land, but after water became a luxury, that was no longer possible. And with no education or rich relatives, trust me, alternatives were thin. I'm telling you, I was that close from ending up like him. If it weren't for Maxwell. My grandma says it was a miracle.
How did Maxwell find you?
Simple. He was looking for promising students. And I'd just taken part in a science Olympiad in my country. I had a good result. Very good, actually. And my topic was quantum algorithms. Call it what you want. Destiny. Pure chance. Fact is, Maxwell was going through a tough time in his life too. But that's a whole different story for some other time, maybe.
It was good talking to you.
You too. Good luck. And keep it up, okay? More arcs really could mean a better world. L7 out.
2個あれば3個もある。おいおい、めんどくせえこと。よし、今日はこれで寝る。3時間もやってたの。3時間半もやってたの。疲れた。寝る。割とね、楽しい。ちょっと朝からキッチン。
John, I'd like to talk to you.
いや、無